175 Americans die every single day from heroin. That is 8 deaths every hour across the country. An 18-month Palm Beach Post investigation into that epidemic found Florida apparently lit the match, so to speak. Here to talk about this award-winning investigation, reporter Pat Beall. It's an honor to have you here in studio and talk about this. Just tremendous work in the last 18 months here. First of all, we say lit the match. What do we mean?
Well, Florida, by a decade of inaction and not acting to shut down pill mills or rein in the oxycodone epidemic, the prescription opioid epidemic, allowed these pills to go throughout the United States, almost everywhere east of the Mississippi, nurturing addiction. And then when Florida finally acted in late 2011, cut off that flow of opioids, people went to heroin.
And so that's why everybody's saying the pill mills were the birth for, or the rebirth, if you will, for heroin in this country.
Yeah, there's a definite connection. I mean, if you look at oxycodone, for instance, and heroin, they're almost identical chemically. They both come from the poppy plant, the source of opium. They're both highly addictive, and they both give a very potent, very similar high. How
easy is it to get them?
It's very easy to get heroin. I mean, El Chapo made sure of that long ago. He started seeding the Sinaloa mountainsides with poppies before really anybody else had the foresight to see what might be coming with this widespread cultivation of a desire for prescription opioids, and how that could easily transmit to or transition to a desire for heroin.
So the reason you decided to do this, obviously you knew Florida was ground zero going into this. You wanted to kind of unpack how that happened or the timeline for it, or how did we get here, kind of?
Yeah, we wanted to look at the origins of the heroin epidemic, and it just took us some very unexpected places, basically, and kind of unraveling a string and suddenly have a ball of yarn.
As the investigator on this, what was your most surprising find? Share that with us.
I think it was the fact that in at least 10 years ago, Florida had the ability to actually stop much of this opioid epidemic before it ever got started, not only here, but throughout portions of the United States, and we did not take that opportunity.
Wow.
So,
what do you hope comes from the investigation?
I think awareness, first of all. You know, I mean, it's a lot, it's really good to know a mistake you may have made in the past when you're making policy for the future. And this is going to be with us for a very long time.
So we can, in fact, learn from the past. Pat Beall, we appreciate your time, the good work you're doing for our community. Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
to have you here in studio. We appreciate it. We have a lot of